Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah.
Blake Lively's polished image is starting to crack. For years, she's been seen as Hollywood's golden girl, but let's be honest, this was nepotism at its peak.
I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
Behind the scenes, Blake has never truly meshed with her co-stars, often stirring up drama and vying for the spotlight.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Blake Lively's cover has finally been blown after dragging Justin Baldoni into the mix. And let's just say the receipts are stacking up fast. Her rap sheet is longer than her career. And every time her toxic personality started to show someone, whether it was her parents, Ryan Reynolds, or her powerful connections, would swoop in to cover it up. But that's not happening anymore. Let's dive into the celebrities who saw through her act long before the rest of us did. If there's one celebrity who knows just how messy Blake Lively can be, it's Scarlett Johansson. Let's be honest, Scarlett's marriage to Ryan Reynolds didn't just end, it was torn apart by Blake. The rumors about Blake and Ryan's relationship have been circulating for years. If anyone knows the truth, it's probably Scarlett. Before Blake, there was Scarlett. And their marriage seemed perfect when they tied the knot in 2008. But by 2010, things had taken a turn. Coincidentally, 2010 was also the year Blake and Ryan filmed *Green Lantern* together. And onlookers couldn't miss the chemistry between them. There was lots of flirting, giggling, and a little too much physical contact, despite both of them being in relationships, Blake with Penn Badgley and Ryan still married to Scarlett. By the time the *Green Lantern* press tour rolled around, it was clear something was going on. Even though Blake and Ryan insisted they were just friends, they were spending way too much time alone together.
How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Ryan himself admitted he knew he'd crossed a line, and just 3 months after that press tour, Blake suddenly broke up with Penn, while Ryan announced his split from Scarlett both in the same month. Coincidence? Hollywood doesn't believe in coincidences. While Scarlett never directly called Blake a homewrecker, she definitely hinted at it. In one interview, she opened up about the difficulty of being in a relationship with another actor, saying that it's challenging when both people's careers are progressing at the same pace, or if one becomes more successful than the other. She also admitted that career competition can destroy relationships, which honestly sounds a lot like what happened between her and Ryan. This isn't just speculation either. A source once revealed that Ryan was a control freak, expecting Scarlett to drop everything and be there whenever he wanted. If you've been following the drama around *It Ends With Us*, where Ryan allegedly rewrote parts of the script, you already know this guy loves to have the final say when it comes to his partner's career. While Blake and Ryan like to claim their romance started after their respective breakups, the timeline doesn't exactly add up.
Everyone gains 10 points next to her. You go out. No, that's all you get today, though. That's it.
I know, I can't believe you.
That's it.
Like
No,
camera
just that.
compliments
Yeah,
off
no.
camera,
Yeah.
not so nice.
Sources told the Daily Mail that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' connection began while filming *Green Lantern*. A server even claimed to have caught the co-stars getting cozy over dinner before Ryan's split from Scarlett Johansson was announced, saying it seemed like a date, just the two of them laughing and flirting. If you didn't know who they were, you'd definitely assume they were a couple. In December 2010, just weeks after Ryan and Scarlett split, glamour writer Kat Marnell exposed them in a now-deleted tweet, saying, "Fun fact, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds hooked up when RR was still married to Scarjo and holed up in a NOLA hotel room during *Green Lantern*. Us Weekly had picked up on this, with their beauty editor even spilling the details at events about how Ryan and Blake's team allegedly squashed the story. And guess where *Green Lantern* was filmed? New Orleans. The math adds up. It's clear Blake, a true nepo baby, got a lot of help behind the scenes. Scarlett, meanwhile, had hinted that Ryan wasn't able to invest time in their family, saying, "We have no time for dates. We work and then go home, and I just stare at the wall for a few hours before I go to sleep." In any profession, it's difficult. You want to make sure you have time to invest in your family. It's a challenge, but it's worth it. Now we can see where Ryan's time allegedly went, despite never publicly confronting Blake. Insiders say the tension between Scarlett and Blake has been palpable for years. The two actresses avoid each other at all costs, never attending the same events or acknowledging each other's existence, which speaks volumes. And this isn't the only time Blake has caused drama in Hollywood. Scarlett isn't the only celebrity Who's had a problem with her? Enter Taylor Swift, someone you might not have expected to be on the list. Recently, as the tide turned against the mean girls of Hollywood, Taylor has publicly distanced herself from the drama to protect her reputation. A bombshell article just dropped in the Daily Mail written by James Fushka, a top entertainment writer known for his credibility. Fushka doesn't write anything lightly, and this latest revelation adds to the growing list of warnings about Blake Lively's backstage behavior.
After Green Lantern had come and gone and all that stuff, and we were both single, we went on a double date she was on a date with another guy and I was on a date with another girl, and that was the most awkward date for their respective parties because we were just like fireworks coming across the...
According to Fushka, Taylor Swift is reportedly distancing herself from Blake Lively. Taylor apparently feels like she's being used as an intimidation tactic in the lawsuit Blake is involved in with Justin Baldoni, a lawsuit Taylor never wanted to be a part of.
She will protect Taylor Swift's reputation by any means necessary, and they fold, okay? The editors, the writers, journalists, when she says, put something in the mail, it gets done. And I'm not saying that part allegedly. That is a fickety fact.
Ouch, that's not just a little distance, that's a full-blown retreat. Think about it, Taylor Swift, the queen of a meticulously crafted image, doesn't just distance herself from a friend without a serious reason. This signals something big is about to unfold, something that made Taylor believe it could harm her brand in the long run. But what exactly went down? That's the million-dollar question.
Taylor Swift is taking a step back from her friendship with Blake Lively after feeling like she was used as an intimidation tactic by the actress in a lawsuit that she never wanted to be embroiled in.
While the Daily Mail article gives us a glimpse, there's likely much more to this story, way more. Is Taylor feeling like she was used as a pawn in a power play? Did Blake try to leverage their friendship to influence the lawsuit? Did Taylor feel pressured to take a side she wasn't comfortable with? These are all possibilities. For years, rumors have circulated that Blake Lively is a classic Big B to her co-stars, constantly trying to outshine them and making their time on set a nightmare. Anna Kendrick got the full Blake Lively treatment when they teamed up for A. Simple favor *. Everyone expected them to have great on-screen chemistry, but behind the scenes, it was a mess, according to an insider from Lionsgate. Tensions between Anna and Blake were so bad that the studio had to step in and force them to pretend to like each other. One producer even described the set as unbearable because the two actresses were always at odds. The issue, Blake's obsession with outshining Anna. In response, Anna fought fire with fire, reportedly demanding more promotion than Blake and even insisting her cleavage be photoshopped larger than Blake's on the movie poster. Apparently, the battle wasn't just about screen time, but about who looked better doing it. By the time filming wrapped, they weren't even speaking to each other.
Her friends also think that Blake's "I'm Khaleesi and like her, I happen to have dragons" text to Justin was uncool and unnecessary because she was essentially used as an intimidation tactic.
But the tension didn't die down once the cameras stopped rolling. During the press tour, it became painfully clear that things hadn't cooled off. Anna made a very shady remark in an interview, saying,
I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah.
In a BuzzFeed interview, Anna flat out admitted, "That was the day I decided I hated you. We were all talking trash about you," while she tried to play it off as a joke. Given their history, it didn't come across that way.
I'm the reason she gets out of bed in the morning.
And Anna's just an egomaniac, as you can see. So,
Yeah.
so
I'm
I learned a lot
incredible.
from her.
Yeah.
Then there's Henry Golding, who got caught in the middle of all this drama. While he never directly called out Blake, his interviews spoke volumes without saying much at all. Henry admitted he was extremely nervous working with both Blake and Anna, saying the set was so small that it was hard to escape the tension. He even questioned if he truly belonged there, recalling, "There were certain days where I was like, what am I doing? Why am I here?" But what really raised eyebrows was when he was asked about the rumored feud between Anna and Blake. Instead of confidently shutting it down, Henry looked visibly uncomfortable, giving such an awkward response that it instantly made people suspect he was hiding something.
Those two girls are 110% on and off the camera. And that's, I've heard, can be sometimes fleeting or rather rare in the industry.
It doesn't take a genius to read between the lines. Henry clearly saw something on set that made him terrified to speak out. And let's not forget, the drama was so intense that even after all these years, Anna Kendrick hinted she muted Blake Lively on Instagram. Imagine having to go back and film a sequel with someone you can't even stand to follow online. If there's one thing Blake Lively can't stand, it's sharing the spotlight. And nowhere was that more obvious than during the Gossip Girl press tours. From the very beginning, Blake made it crystal clear that she wanted to be the center of attention, and let's be honest, it wasn't because of her talent. As a full-fledged Nepo baby, she was handed opportunities on a silver platter and knew exactly how to milk that privilege for all it was worth. But when she realized she wasn't the only star of the show, things got messy. Leighton Meester, who actually worked her way up in the industry, was just as beloved by fans and critics. And that did not sit well with Blake.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
During the Gossip Girl press tours, Blake repeatedly tried to position herself as the it girl, all while subtly throwing jabs at Leighton. At first, it seemed like playful banter. But over time, her so-called jokes started getting nastier. At one point, she even had the audacity to call her co-stars monkeys, and everyone had to awkwardly laugh it off.
I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
Behind the scenes of Gossip Girl the tension between Blake and Leighton was even worse than it seemed. Rumors swirled that Blake couldn't stand when Leighton got as much attention as she did. And when Leighton's wardrobe budget was increased, Blake completely lost it despite already having plenty of designer looks. She apparently believed that because she had more success outside of Gossip Girl she should automatically be the main focus. Even the show's executive producer, Joshua Safran, later confirmed that Blake and Leighton weren't actually friends. He stated that while they were friendly, they weren't close like their characters, Serena and Blair. Then there's Penn Badgley, who was in a relationship with Blake while filming Gossip Girl After their breakup, Penn's life reportedly spiraled into a dark place, and he later revealed that working with Blake for years as exes was an endurance test. While many saw it as just an awkward breakup in hindsight, it's clear Penn was warning us that he was struggling, but Blake, she didn't seem to care. She was too focused on making herself look good, often sharing funny stories about their relationship that always painted her in a better light than him. Even Penn's wife later confirmed that when she met him, he was completely lost, describing his life after Gossip Girl as a trash bag full of broken pieces. If Penn and Leighton both had nothing but exhausting experiences working alongside Blake, it says a lot about her. Maybe they weren't just shading her, they were warning us all along. Armie Hammer, who tried to keep it diplomatic, also hinted at the nightmare of working with Blake. When asked about the biggest diva on the Gossip Girl set, he didn't name names. But his awkward laugh and carefully chosen words made it clear. The experience was so miserable that he couldn't even finish filming his episodes. Let me just say, that was a tough show to film. And I didn't end up actually filming all the episodes I was supposed to, because it was such a tough film. When Andy Cohen pressed him further, Armie folded immediately. The second Blake's name came up, Chelsea Handler jumped in with, "Sounds like she was the problem," and Andy fully agreed. Armie tried to backtrack, but the damage was done. No one dodges a question that hard unless there's something to hide, and let's be honest, he's not the first to struggle with Blake. We already know about her Gossip Girl co-stars, Leighton and Penn, barely tolerating her. And now we learn that even guest stars couldn't make it through their episodes. That speaks volumes.
She and her co-star, a guy named Justin Baldoni, actually sort of maybe hate each other. And this is also coming out because of some leaks that have drawn attention to this apparent rift. TMZ reported that Blake Lively has told people that there were multiple reasons that Justin Baldoni made her feel uncomfortable.
Oh, but here's where it gets interesting. Blake's fans love to act like she's this sweet, wholesome Hollywood darling, but the receipts are piling up, and this time, they're coming straight from the journalists who've dealt with her. Off script, Kirsty Flaw, a seasoned Norwegian journalist, once sat down with Blake and Parker Posey for a promo interview. Instead of professionalism, she got straight-up high school mean girl treatment when Flaw congratulated Blake on her pregnancy, which Blake had publicly announced. Blake didn't respond with a simple thank you. Instead, she said,
"First of all, congrats on your little bump."
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
There was no bump. But Blake made a joke about a non-existent pregnancy to a journalist on camera who later revealed she had struggled to conceive. That's not girl boss energy, that's just cruel. And it didn't stop there. Throughout the interview, Blake ignored Kirsty Flaw, turned her body away, and acted like she wasn't even in the room. It got so bad that Flaw admitted the experience almost made her quit journalism altogether.
Working in digital.
Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
I love Jesse's
He has some
suits and
beautiful.
how
That's what I'm
he
saying. His
turns
wardrobe
it-
was
oh,
beautiful.
But here's where it gets juicy. Why is this interview resurfacing now, 8 years later? Well, Kirsty Flaw didn't just wake up one day and decide to drag Blake. She actually kept quiet all these years until another journalist slid into her DMs with a story that sounded way too familiar. The journalist wrote, "I have a degree in journalism and had such a visceral reaction to watching this Blake Lively interview. It made me want to vomit, honestly. Kudos to the interviewer for staying professional. I think I would have walked out. It's such bully behavior to sit there having a conversation with the PR people watching the whole thing. The question is, why is this just coming out now? Was it buried to save face? These actresses should be embarrassed. So, what do you think, with all these receipts stacking up? It's starting to look like Blake Lively's sweet persona is just a well-polished Hollywood illusion from co-stars to journalists. The people who've worked with her aren't exactly singing her praises. Did these celebrities warn us about Blake all along? Or is this just another case of Hollywood drama? While you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest.